The Bengals, baby, with the W, baby. Real quick, just gonna talk about the Bengals real quick. Let me just turn this TV off. More of the suspect play call. Actually, a few plays they might be listening to me. Actually, a couple of the few plays they actually. I saw one play they did eye for him with Janavi Bernard. I like to see more of it, or even more with him out of 2 tight end set. I fell asleep during the game. I was a little tired. I was up late last night, and I woke up and it was overtime. I'm like, oh my god, it was nuts, man. Really, really crazy. But I watched all the first half, and a lot of these. Andy Dalton finally got 300 yards, but most of it was yards after catch. Janavi Bernard, AJ Green broke one off on a wide receiver screen. Sanu fought for some hard yards. I don't know. The play calling is still, they're not really stretching the field, man. I like to see Dalton throw the deep ball more often. I saw the Nick Foles highways for the Eagles. I'm like, come on. I'd rather have Nick Foles, honestly, than. He threw some nice deep balls. Obviously they're the highlights, but Dalton. They're just the offensive play call not stretching the field enough, and then just the predictability. Every time you bring in Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, sometimes it's like you're going to run the football, and every once in a while play fake or this or that. But they did run a few play fakes. In the early going. So yeah, big win for the Bengals. They should have covered the spread. Overall, Blazing 5 was rough. The Tennessee Titan game, I knew it was over at halftime, man. The kicker, Halska, got knocked up on a kickoff return and bloody nose. So the punter became the backup kicker who was the holder. Anyways, I'm sure if you guys saw that play, that's the only reason the Titans scored. That was a 10-point swing, and you can't have that when you're laying 13. And that was a unfortunate loss there. I had some big money on that game, so I'm pretty much almost done for the season. At least I cashed out the account, and probably end up. I break out ahead maybe $100 on the season. I still got some money left, but from reward points. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to take the Skins tonight. I don't know. I just think. They lost on Monday. Usually don't lose all your Monday night games. That's one of my philosophies. So see what happens Monday night. Since they lost Monday night to the Eagles, I don't see how they lose another night game. Plus, especially since Dallas beat the Giants on Sunday night before. So you're not going to win all your night games. Prime time, it's hard to win prime time. So yeah, I think Washington's the pick there. But we'll see what happens with the Bengals. As things progress. Detroit next week. Good thing Cleveland. They beat Cleveland, so and they put up some points. And like I said, I wish I watched the second half to see what the play calling was, but I saw a lot of 3-and-outs. I already can imagine. There's a game we should have won. I saw the one play. There was the holding call. We could have had the field goal, and then you really just I just don't know what happened to let Buffalo get back in that game. Because I fell asleep during like the third quarter, and we just scored. We went up 24-20, and then we should just the running game really got to start utilizing that more. I really want to see. I like to see I like to see maybe 200 yards, but something big, just something. I just want to see Janavi Bernard really's got to get more touches into the open field, and I like to see him have a big game. There's no reason why once or twice he's not breaking off a 20-yard, 30-yard gain. He just keeps getting stuck with these 3-yard hits, and I'd like to see him break one more off, especially when we're ahead and we should be running the ball to kill the time and not let these guys back in the game. I'm pretty sure when I looked at the play call, it was a couple passes here and there when I really think we should be trying to run the ball, but see what happens. So next weekend's Detroit. Will probably be underdogs, I would imagine. I imagine it being maybe 2.5. Hey, I'll take 2.5. Even though 2.5 was a little suspect. Carolina did cover. And then New Orleans, that line was moving all around though. Well, actually moved down to 1, but and New Orleans should have won that game. That was an amazing football game to watch. It was a lot of good football this weekend. Brady got done late with Bernard Tompkins and the Saints. I don't know, what happened there. I mean, but that's what you got to be able to run the football. Bottom line, you got to. Well, maybe in the regular season. I mean, the playoffs, it's just, the playoffs. Sometimes you can just go all out. But it's all about it's all about between the tackles and still about running the football. Okay, so Blazing 5, worst we can do now is 2 and 3. I think the Bengals lost, Seattle lost. What else was in there? I know I had Pittsburgh, and I think I had I can't even remember. So yeah. Oh yeah, New Orleans. So New Orleans, Seattle, and then that was the 2 games, and then the 2 games was Cincinnati, and it was crazy though. 5 games covered the spread this week. We're not done this week, but I think Washington will win outright tonight, so you don't have to worry about the points. If you're going to take Washington, take it without the points, take the money line, because way too many games covered. If you're going to take Dallas, that's fine. Lay the points too. This game's really crazy. Looking at the matchup, because Washington's secondary is horrible. I mean, it's been really, really, really kind of bad. The way they just given up a lot of points. And even last year, and then their defense kind of picked it up a little bit. They went on that 6-game winning streak at the end of the season to get in and win the division. So I mean, we'll see. It could be a grind here. I like them coming off the bye week though, and I think I just think if Washington loses, they're really, really falling behind the 8 ball now. You're talking two games back, no division win, so you're basically almost 2.5 back. It makes for more interesting football if Washington wins. Obviously, I just think, a little conspiracy side theory there. So I like Washington tonight. I think also Robert Griffin has never lost to Dallas, so maybe he'll hold that. So I really think he's gonna, during his era, he's gonna own one. Just during your era, some quarterbacks just own another team. Like just Brett Favre totally owned the Bears. We pretty much owned that whole division. But even like Peyton Manning, when he was he like totally owned the Texans. You know what I mean? Or just some teams he just really dominated. So I think this is that type of theory. So yeah, I don't want to rant on too much longer. So anyways, take care. The Bengals, baby, we're going, baby. We're going. You're still 2 back of the wild card, but it's all right. I mean, the home field, I don't know. It's more and more I think about it, the more and more I say forget about it. But hopefully we can beat Detroit next week, and that will be a big, big W. Be 5-2. So, as long as we finish 12-4, it's a success in my mind. A real improvement. And I guess in my eyes, Andy Dalton then would deserve a big contract, I guess. But anyways, all right, guys, take it easy and enjoy the rest of the football festivities for week 6.